Have you ever wondered why input filtering evasion is critical in the world of cybersecurity? Well, let's delve into the matter. Input filtering evasion is the crafty technique hackers use to bypass security measures. It's like a secret passageway in an old castle, allowing them to sneak past the guards unnoticed. Now, imagine you're an IT wizard responsible for protecting a treasure trove of data. Input filtering evasion is the invisible cloak that hackers might use to sneak past your defenses. It's a crucial part of their toolkit, one that is often underestimated. This technique allows them to access sensitive data, potentially causing significant damage. And here's the thing, we can't effectively guard against something we don't understand. This is why learning about input filtering evasion is so important. It gives us insight into the hacker's strategies and prepares us to counter them. Understanding input filtering evasion is the first step in developing a robust defense against potential cybersecurity threats. So, what exactly is input filtering evasion? Well, let's delve into that. Picture this. You're a security guard, monitoring a vast museum filled with priceless treasures. You use advanced technology to scan every visitor, checking for potential threats. But what if a thief could trick your system, appearing completely harmless, and then, once inside, reveal their true, nefarious intent? This, my friends, is the crux of input filtering evasion. It's a technique employed by hackers to manipulate the data they send to a system in a way that it slips through the security filters unnoticed. It's like wearing a disguise to sneak past the security guard. Once the malicious input is inside the system, it can then perform harmful actions or gain unauthorized access, much like our hypothetical thief nabbing a priceless artifact. Let's break it down a bit more. Every system that interacts with outside data uses something called an input filter. This filter's job is to scrutinize incoming data, looking for anything potentially harmful. Its main goal is to keep the system safe from attacks such as SQL injection or cross-site scripting. Now, imagine a hacker who knows how this filter works. They craft their malicious inputs in such a way that they appear harmless to the filter, allowing them to bypass it. This is the essence of input filtering evasion. Once the harmful data is inside the system, it discards its disguise and carries out the hacker's intended actions. It's a cunning strategy, isn't it? The hacker exploits the system's trust, using it to their advantage. They make their harmful intentions appear benign, allowing them to slip past the system's defenses and wreak havoc from within. In essence, input filtering evasion is like a master key for hackers, opening doors that should remain firmly locked. So as we dive deeper into this topic, remember, understanding the enemy's tactics is the first step towards building a stronger defense. Because in the world of cybersecurity, knowledge truly is power. Now that we know what input filtering evasion is, how does it work? Let's dive into the mechanics of this crafty tactic. In essence, input filtering evasion is all about exploiting weaknesses in the input validation processes of web applications. These processes are designed to prevent unauthorized or harmful data from entering the system. However, they're not always foolproof, and that's where hackers come in. One of the most common methods used by hackers is SQL injection. You might have heard of this term. It's a technique where malicious SQL statements are inserted into an entry field for execution. When successful, it allows the hacker to view data that they are not supposed to, modify, or even delete data from the database. Quite a sneaky move, right? Another popular method is cross-site scripting, often referred to as XSS. This involves injecting malicious scripts into websites that are viewed by other users. The script is embedded into the site, so when an unsuspecting user visits the site, the script is executed. This could lead to stolen information, manipulation of web content, or even control over the user's interactions with the site. Now you may be thinking, well, these sound pretty technical. And yes, they are. But remember, the goal of these attacks isn't just to show off technical prowess. It's about exploiting vulnerabilities in systems to gain unauthorized access or control. The methods might be complex, but the intention is simple: to evade filters and infiltrate systems. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding these methods can help in creating more robust security measures. It can help developers design better input validation processes and users to be more vigilant while interacting with web applications. As you can see, the seemingly simple act of input filtering evasion can have far-reaching implications. It's a complex dance between hackers and security systems, each trying to outsmart the other. But with knowledge and vigilance, we can certainly tip the scales in our favor. So, what should we remember about input filtering evasion? Well, first and foremost, it's crucial to grasp the significance of this technique within the realm of cybersecurity. Input filtering evasion is not just a buzzword, but a critical tool in a hacker's arsenal. It allows them to bypass security measures, potentially causing significant harm to systems and data. It's a stealthy approach designed to slip past defenses unnoticed by manipulating input data in ways that the system doesn't expect or understand. The basic concept of input filtering evasion revolves around exploiting weaknesses in an application's input validation processes. These processes, which are meant to filter out malicious or otherwise unwanted data, can sometimes be fooled. By cleverly disguising their malicious inputs, hackers can trick these filters into accepting harmful data. It's a bit like a digital Trojan horse, where the danger is hidden beneath an innocent-looking exterior. So how does it work? Well, the nitty-gritty details can vary widely, but the general approach involves using unconventional input formats, encoding methods, or other techniques to confuse the input filters. The goal is to make the harmful data appear harmless, or at least unrecognizable to the system's defenses. It's a game of digital deception, and unfortunately, it's one that hackers can be very good at. However, all is not lost. By implementing robust and comprehensive input validation processes, we can significantly mitigate the risks posed by input filtering evasion. This involves not just checking for known bad inputs, but also ensuring that all inputs match the expected format and type. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, and not just relying on out-of-the-box security measures. Remember, understanding the enemy's tactics is the first step in building a strong defense. Stay safe and keep learning about cybersecurity.